At least 50 killed as anti-hijab protests intensify across Iran.
Here's a summary of the article.
Iran has imposed tough restrictions on the use of the Internet in a bid to hamper protests. Protests flared in Iran for an eighth straight night Friday over the death of a young woman arrested by the morality police, verified social media posts showed, hours after counter-demonstrations mobilized by authorities. At least 50 people have been killed by security forces in the anti-government protests. Iran Human Rights, an Oslo-based organization, said, more than 3 times the official death toll of 17, which includes 5 security personnel. Iran has imposed tough restrictions on the use of the Internet in a bid to hamper protesters' gathering and stop the flow of images of the backlash from reaching the outside world. The United States announced Friday it was easing export restrictions on Iran to expand Internet services, days after SpaceX owner Elon Musk said he would seek an exemption from sanctions to offer his company's Starlink satellite service in the Islamic Republic. The government has responded with live ammunition, pellet guns and tear gas, according to videos shared on social media that have also shown protesters bleeding profusely, the New York-based Center for Human Rights in Iran said. Measures were taken in response to the actions carried out via these social networks by counter-revolutionaries against national security, Iran's Fars news agency said.
This post received a score of 40,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I wish them best of luck. Same. I just hope it doesn't end up like the Arab Spring where after the riots the governments just went further right or into complete chaos. Then again, last time Iran had a revolution they choose to try and cooperate with the West, so maybe that'll happen again this time.
As an Iranian I can assure you that won't happen. But these protests will most likely end with no immediate results. However, frequency of these protests are rising and will most definitely end in a full-blown revolution. I just don't think this is the one protest to rule them all.
Do you have any suggestions as to how non-Iranians can help support these women?
Sadly, there is no way of meaningful support right now, but if we somehow find the ability to get organized and have some form of outside help, then what you can do is to call your local government and express your support for the people of Iran and donate to any trusted charities who'd be supporting us.
Greater than have some form of outside help, you say? Just what might you need? Asking for research purposes. Totally not CIA.
If we find that hypothetical leader, then we'll need someone to help provide communication devices to distribute and brochures teaching people how to defend themselves. And also we'll need someone to help set up a temporary government to run vital agencies until there is a democratic election. But that might be a long way off for now. BTW, the current government will fall in under 2 months if we can find a leader, and we can get a good democratic and stable government within a year. This is not a Iraq-Afghanistan situation.
Russia is in no position to intervene. Syria is exhausted from a decade of civil war, and China is blocked off by a Taliban-ruled Afghanistan. The Islamic Republic is anathema to the youth. The median age of the country is 32, and the Ayatollah and all of his inner circle are all dinosaurs. If there ever is a perfect time to overthrow the Islamic Republic, it's now.
I guess this could be a silver lining for how hyper-religious populations tend to have higher birth rates. The assumption is that their youth will be just like them, obedient and grateful to the authorities and their traditions, and someday the greater numbers will overcome everyone else. But the next generation tends to rebel, especially if they're not getting the same benefits enjoyed by their elders. This seems to be what's happening in Utah, a very real theocracy, in the middle of the U.S. Mormons are notorious for having many kids, but the Mormon population in Utah is dropping.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.